Hi everyone, here's Tatjana. Again, I'm already in Helsinki, Finland for the sixth and last Grand Prix, and unfortunately didn't really have time to look back at the Grand Prix number five, Skate America in Lake Placid. My trip was very long and I was delayed, but I don't want to bore you with some travel stories, so just jump right in and give a quick look back quickly at the event. So it was again full of surprises a little bit and interesting. But I want to say that Lake Placid is such a nice place. It was snowy, so there was this winter Christmas atmosphere. And I don't even think that the traffic was so bad. I mean, we walked to the rink from the hotels, the athletes, everybody could walk to the rink. It was very close, and the rink is so nice and historical. Many skaters said that they really felt the historical vibes, the Olympic vibes in these arenas, because there are two. There's the old rink and then the new rink where the event took place. And the Herb Brooks Arena was well attended. Skate America sometimes in the past was not so well attended, but here, especially on the Saturday, the 3 days of competition, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, no gala. It was Saturday was very well attended, and people got to see something. Yeah. So the first to compete and to finish the competition were the pairs. Uh, yeah, so of course we had the two top teams there, the world champions, Rikumira Richikihara, who won their first Grand Prix in France, up against the Georgian team, Anastasia Metelkina Luka Berolava, who were champions of the Cup of China. So only there can be only one winner. So would it be in the short program? Luca and Anastasia put out a very, very strong performance, and everybody was like, "Wow, this is really something there." And they were so strong, everything so precise, clean in their bolero. Rico and Ricci also, but they're good, but they made a big mistake. He doubled the toe, and it was not clean on top. So they were in second place. Yes, and then came the free skating in third place were the Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel of Germany, who had won Skate America 2 years ago. And they had a very strong short program for them. So, and then the free, well, was a bit messy, I must say. Well, lots of mistakes, unfortunately. The Georgians were really off, but everybody can have an off day sometimes. So they uh, not only there was a fall on the triple thou by Anastasia, and the whole combination was gone, and then Lucas stumbled on the triple toe. Plus, a really fatal mistake was the lift that did not go up, and Luca was really devastated that he didn't do it. He said, "This is my job as a male partner to lift the girl, and I didn't do it, so I apologize." That's what he said. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was because Annika Hocker, Robert Kumpel, they made the same kind of mistake with the lift at the same place. It was close to the boards. Maybe for these European teams, this was a little bit hard, but they wouldn't say that, or they were not looking for excuses. Yeah, Rico and Ricci had also a few little smaller mistakes, but so they could pull ahead and win pretty with a wide margin. They had 20 points. I mean, so you can see they were like 4 points behind in the fourth, but you can see what that makes, how many points you can make up or lose in the free skating. This is what happened here. So Rico and Richie, they won their second Grand Prix. They go to the final. Anastasia and Luca were second, but also go to the final. And I think they were really relieved that they were still second and had their final spot assured. So the third spot, the Germans, as I said, they also made a big mistake with the lift, and they dropped to fifth. So and Kellyanne, Laura, and Lucas Etier from Canada, they seized their chance because they skated well. They had a solid long, solid short, and then they came back onto the podium. got a medal, the bronze medal. It was the first since 22 when the Skate America. It was their first Grand Prix. There they got a bronze medal, and now 3 years later, not 4 years as you said in the press conference, by the way. 3 years later, they were back on the podium, and that was, of course, very motivating and very nice for them. They were very excited. Yeah, also want to mention, yeah, Emily Chan, Spencer Kira Ho, also some mistakes, but they had back-to-back Grand Prix. They came from Japan, so they probably were a little bit tired. The Germans I already mentioned, Karina Kopova, Nikita Rachmanin from Armenia came in as a last-minute replacement. Good truck program, but also they made a strange mistake in the free. They fell on the pair combination spin at the end of their program, and then they dropped to sixth place. Yeah. Then we had the men. So the men, yeah, with the men, that can be so exciting because you don't know what's going to happen. That was for sure the case. The event looked pretty open for the podium spots. You would think that the world silver medalist Mikhail Shaidorov was from Kazakhstan was a top favorite. He entered as a top favorite, but he got some under rotation on the quad lats in the short, plus lost points on the spins and footwork. So he was only in third place, a little disappointing for him, especially since he felt he had done better than that. But yeah, unfortunately, there were these lost levels. That was even worse than the queue on the lats. And then there was Kevin Amos in second place, and that was already kind of surprised because he had skated poorly at Skate Canada, and the free skating was only 10th. But he said he still has problems with his foot, so like painful. It's not nothing is broken or he cannot aggravate it, but it is painful when he skates. But he had a good short. And then in the free skating, he made a few minor mistakes, and some jumps not clean. Yes, and he won. And I mean, watch his reaction, their videos on social media, ICU social media. It's just so incredible to watch his joy. He was so happy. He was so excited. And this really the Kevin Amos roller coaster from 10th place to first place. Of course, the final out of question, but nevertheless, this was a huge confidence boost for him that he got this gold medal. And he said that he really is so thankful, so grateful, especially to his coaches, François Bonnard and Sylvia Fontana, that support him all the time, scoring him with also the highs and lows of his career with him. François Bonnard, he is coaching him since he was 5 years old. So just to, yeah, that was a very moving moment and very special for Kevin. I think it also, not only for Kevin, but also for his fans, that will stay with us for a long time, this memory. So Michael, then he missed 2 quads in his free skating. And nevertheless, he won the free skating. He pulled up to second. He was also with second and third, but he should be assured a spot in the final. He was happy about that, and he says he has still a lot of work to do, and he's really motivated to go back and look at the things that didn't work here in Lake Placid. Kazuki Tomono, interesting. None of these skaters that were here had ever won a Grand Prix, so we knew somebody would win for the very first time a Grand Prix. Kazuki Tomono, he won the short program. I love his short program. It's really something interesting, something different. It's that's it. I'm crazy is the name of it, and yeah, so cool music. I must say, I'm not such a big fan of the free skating, but it's also a question of taste. Anyway, so Kazuki put out a good short program with 2 quads, was in the lead, and then unfortunately in the long, he fell on his 2 first quad toes, and that already brought his score down. So he could not, he was only like 8th place in the free skating, but he held on to the bronze medal. And yeah, so again, not a gold medal for him. Jason Brown only started his Grand Prix, and he said it was on purpose. He wanted to get started a little bit later. So, and if he has later Grand Prix, he was able to do later challenges. And between these two challenges that he did in Kazakhstan and Georgia, he had some time, a good chunk of time to work. He felt very prepared, but yeah, there were some errors like step outs and unfortunately, so he only finished fourth, and there was no U.S. man on the podium. Skate America, I guess, this has been a while because before there was Ilya in the few past 3 years, and before that Nathan. So yeah, the U.S. men no medal this time. Daniel Grassel also made some mistakes. He the Lutz and the quad Lutz didn't work for him. Also, he said he had a little trouble adjusting to the different ice size of the ice because it's non-Olympic ice size. And yeah, he usually needs his space. But it looks like he's still going to make it in the final, even so he's second and fifth now. Yeah, yeah, but Vladimir Litvintsev had two good performances, two solid programs overall, and he finished in sixth. Not so good was Nikolai Memola. Um, so Daniel Grasso, because the Italian men, they will fight for their Olympic spots. There are two spots for these men, and they're all strong men. But Daniel thinks he has an advantage because he got a good. They count together the scores, and Daniel had a good score at Cup of China, and also at the national event. Yeah, and the ladies, Alyssa Liu, world champion, but did not have yet a Grand Prix gold medal. Now she got it. And again, yeah, if I look at the list of these ladies, none had won a Grand Prix. Oh, no, I think Rinka did. Rinka Watanabe was in the lead of the short program with a nice triple axel. In the free, she did a triple axel, triple toe. Second triple axel was not good. And yeah, nevertheless, she seemed to be winning. Her technical score was higher than Alyssa's. You could see in the live score. And then it kind of dropped because she got some under rotations. And so she finished in second. Alyssa, who also said she was not so happy with her jumps, they were not the best quality. Nevertheless, Alyssa pulled up to first. And Alyssa said that she will work on her Lady Gaga free program. So maybe we are going to see it in the final, but she only will do it if everything is ready and if the costume is ready. So she wants to come with the real product then to the final. And yeah, with the second and first place, she is going to Nagoya. Anastasia Gubanova of Georgia. She's having a good season so far. She's pretty consistent in all her events. First, she started with the Olympic qualifier, where she got the spot that she had missed at the World Championships. Then she was in Georgia, her first Grand Prix. In China, she was fourth, and always solid performances. And now again, so bronze medal, and for the first time in 3 years, back on the podium for Anastasia. It was a close call with Lara Naki-Gutmann. She was in third place after the short. The medal, she lost the medal and she doubled the loop in the I love Lara's programs as well. They are so unique and original. Always a pleasure to see her. And Star Andrews, special mention to Star Andrews. She sang the national anthem on the first day of competition when the ladies were competing. Yes, and she also singing in the lyrics in her free skating this season. She's done that before. Now she's done it again. It's something really nice and unique. She's doing that, but she also skated very well. And she really proved that she belonged there, that she deserved this spot. So great. Congratulations to Star. Maybe, probably she has announced she will switch to pair skating after the season. So that will also interesting. We can't wait for that. Cheon Kim of Korea, she said her foot injury that was handicapping her, is a bit better. but not 100% she is. And so there were some little mistakes. Also, short was better than the long. So she finished in sixth place. And Hannah Yoshida landed a triple axel. So that was very nice for her. So, and then the ice dance. Yeah, of course, the big favorites were Madison Chock and Evan Bates, three-time world champion. And they skated well, but it looks like Evan wasn't like 100%, a little sick. But they really pushed through, and they had made some changes. They also, to their programs to enhance them, they had a new costume for the free dance, mm, all in black because it's painted black. And the skirt is also black and it's a little bit shorter. So they tried out that, and I think it's a very elegant costume. Yeah, but I don't know. But the red skirt was also cool, but maybe they felt it took away too much, and when it was so long, you couldn't really see their lines. Yes, so they also got some feedback on that. So we saw this new costume. Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lager. That was interesting because they would be close with Yevgenia Laparova and Geoffrey Brissot. Both had finished third in their first Grand Prix, and only who finished second here at Lake Placid would have a chance to go to the final. So it was the Canadians in the end, actually with even 5 points difference. Two smooth performances. They were very pleased. Yevgenia and Geoffrey also skated well. So I can't complain about that. Interesting also, Lucia Desmougeot, Theo Le Mercier, also from France, with their program that is a little, because he likes to play computer games, League of Legends, I think, or what it was. Sorry, I don't really know these computer games. But so this program was a little built on that, and so they enjoy it, and they are always a little different. They always have something different. I think that is so French. I mean, it's them, and it's also Evgenia and Geoffrey. The French always find something a little bit different. Christina Carré, Anthony Ponomarenko, I must say I was surprised they got very low levels in the rhythm dance, like a base value for the pattern dance. I think the judging was very strict. It was not only them, levels in general seemed very low. At least if it's for everyone the same, then it seems to be fair that everybody got kind of low levels. But on the other hand, I'm always thinking, okay, they were sixth in the world. They are a strong team, and how come they only get a base value for their pattern dance type step sequence? Yes, but I'm not an ice dance judge. I'm not a technical specialist, so I won't delve into that too much. Yes, yeah, and then I also enjoyed Una and Gage Brown's free dance, The Godfather, with some cool little acrobatic tricks that they kept under wraps. And they said they were not practicing them, so people can't see them beforehand, and so they want to keep it as a surprise. They are back at Finlandia Trophy, so watch out for these tricks. Yeah, that was it, and thank you very much for watching. And off to Finlandia Trophy. Enjoy the sixth and last Grand Prix of this season. Bye bye.